Hello again, everyone. Welcome to a new Let's Play. What are we gonna play? We're gonna play Please Center Your Joystick. No. King's Quest 3. With triumphant music, I'm sure we're gonna be playing as King Graham again, going off to save another realm. Yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be fantastic. I mean, just listen to this Oh, this is not so triumphant. We've got an evil-looking wizard who's using magic to summon credits. They must be evil credits! Now, there are definitely some people who consider these games pretty evil for what they do to you by causing you to walk off cliffs all the time, but it's okay. Alright, we can move on now. But we're listening to the awesome PC speaker! Gwydion is a lonely lad of 17 who has lived for as long as he can remember with an evil and cruel wizard by the name of Mananan. Gwydion gazes upon the countryside of Ludor with longing, wishing he were free to leave, but alas, such is not the case. Mananan treats the poor boy like his slave, ordering him about, constantly threatening him, and refusing to ever let him leave the premises. Often Gwydion wonders who he really is, and how he came to live with the old wizard. But Mananan offers no help, but I missed the rest of that. Suddenly the front door opens, and out stalks Mananan the wizard. "Gwydion!" he shouts harshly. Yes, sir? Your hat is, taller than the doorway. Oh! Gwydion rushes to his side, afraid he may be in trouble. "Why are you not working, boy?" the wizard sneers. Gwydion mumbles a faint reply. "The kitchen floor is filthy," Mananan grumbles. "Go sweep it, now!" Turning on his heel, the wizard re-enters the house, slamming the door behind him. Would have been nice for you to leave the door open. See, look! So much taller than the doorway itself. I wanna, I don't know, get a larger door or something. Such is the story of young Gwydion's life to this point. What's a poor boy to do? Oh well, in resignation, Gwydion obediently follows Mananan into the house. Well, being that this is an adventure game, I'm sure we will somehow manage to find our way out of this. And it's back to the credits. Alright, here we are inside. Let's go ahead and look around. This is the main entry room of the wizard's house. The front door is to the south, creaking stairs go upstairs, and doorways lead north and east. You'd think that Mananan would get the creaking stairs fixed. Look. Portrait? What's portrait? Look. Picture. It's just as it appears. Somehow I don't think it is. Well, let's start exploring. What's the worst that could happen? This is where Mananan eats his meals. You, of course, are not supposed to eat here. You eat in the kitchen. There's a pine table and benches large enough to seat at least 10 people. But the wizard has never had any guests for dinner. Well, except for that one person that was quite tasty. Look. Table! The large dining table is made of pine planking. Matching benches run its length on both sides. The table is big enough to seat at least 10 people. There's a little metal cup on the table. Well, let's take the cup. You pick up the little tin cup and carry it with you. Points! Yay! Look, moose. You scrutinize the moose head very carefully, but you see it is nothing but an old head. You do feel sorry for the poor thing, though. Well, I don't think there's anything else to get here. We've got a timer up in the right corner. You mean we're timed in this game? This is the kitchen of the wizard's house. Other than your own bedchamber, this is the only place in the house that you feel you can call your own. The wizard rarely enters the kitchen. On cold days, the fireplace is a cozy place to sit. I'm really curious what that thing over the fireplace is. Look, fireplace. As it is now summer, the need to light a fire and cook hot food was diminished. The fireplace is, at the moment, not burning. So, when I was a kid, there were these little toy things. It was like a rubber ball, but with a plastic ring around it, and you were supposed to jump on it. That's what that always reminds me of. I don't remember what those were called. Look. Table? Use a heavy oak table when you prepare food for the wizard. Right now, there's a loaf of bread, some fruit, and a mutton chop on the table. Well, let's take mutton. You take the mutton chop and carry it with you. Take bread. Take the loaf of bread and carry it with you. Look at all the points we're getting. Take fruit. You take the fruit and carry it with you. Now let's take a look at our options. It's fairly standard stuff. Inventory and see object there. We've got sound on off, joystick, clock on off, pause game, and of course we've got speed. In our inventory we have an empty cup, fruit, bread, and mutton. Well, let's take a look at them. This is just a simple metal cup with a handle, and it looks like it's ribbed for her pleasure. Fruit! The fruit consists of an apple and some grapes. They look sweet, fresh, and juicy. They must not have been out very long. Mutton. This is a leftover mutton chop that the old wizard hadn't finished. It still looks appetizing, though. And finally, bread. You love the smell of freshly baked bread. Let's see, what else do we have? Look, shelves? The kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and kitchen implements for cooking. One useful item that catches your eye is the clay bowl you use for all of your mixing. Alright, take bowl. You're too far away. Where the hell is it then? You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you. Ah, it was up there. Look, utensils? What's a utensils? Look, wall. There's an iron rack hanging by the wall on the wall by the fireplace. Your trusty knife is hanging on the rack. Your wooden serving spoon is hanging on the rack. Take knife. You take the carving knife from the iron rack and keep it with you. Take spoon. Spoon! Ah, I love the tick. I should rewatch that sometime. You take the wooden spoon from the iron rack and keep it with you. Well, let's take a look at these things. Knife. The knife is big enough and sharp enough to carve a large roast. But is it big enough and large enough to carve a large wizard? Who knows? We've got a bowl. The clay bowl has been your favorite bowl for years. It's your only bowl. That's kind of why it's your favorite bowl. This is a wooden kitchen spoon. It actually looks awfully yellow. I don't believe there is anything else in here to look at. You know what? Let's bump up the speed a bit. I suppose we can go upstairs. Hi, Mr. Wizard.
Gwydion, you were assigned a chore. You know what happens to lazy boys? Mananan shakes his head in disgust. The kitchen is still dirty. When will you learn to obey? Up goes the dreaded finger.
Uh-oh. Mananan leers.
Like a bad little boy, you need to spend some time in your room.
Oh. You suddenly find yourself in your own little room. You notice that the door is closed. Uh-oh. I think I've goofed up a little bit. Open door. You twist the doorknob on the bedroom door, but to your frustration you find it locked. Well, shucks. Look, room. I see you out there, cat. This is your own pitiful bedchamber. Compared to Mananan's fine room, yours is almost a cell. I kind of think it is. The bed is hard and uncomfortable, with only a threadbare blanket and a small flat pillow. The other furnishings are junk, but as poor as it is, it's your own haven, as the wizard never enters it. Well, that's good. Look under bed. You lean down and poke your head under the bed. You see nothing but cobwebs and dust. Put stuff under bed. You get on your hands and knees and quickly shove all your possessions under the bed. They will be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes there. Take stuff. Dropping to your knees, you reach under the bed and retrieve all of your possessions. Alright, so now we know what we can do to keep stuff away from Mananan. Look. Mirror? You look into the cracked mirror hanging on the wall. Your reflection shows a tall, handsome lad dressed in dirty rags. Look, cabinet? Your dresser is a piece of junk. It's full of nicks and scratches, and one drawer is completely missing. You hear a click at the bedroom door. The old wizard has decided to free you by magically unlocking your door. Sweet! Pet cat. Hi, kitty! The thought of doing anything nice to that obscene ball of fur makes you sick. Look. Cat. That detestable pet of Mananan's is a constant annoyance. Oh. Whoop. Well, I suppose we should go, sweep up the kitchen. Get down the stairs. How did you get down here so fast, cat? Your secret cat ways. Sweep. Kitchen. You're too far away. I'm working on it, sir.
Gwydion, I have decided to take a journey.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's, sweep kitchen anyway. We'll be a good boy and do our chores. That, isn't all that much sweeping, actually. You just do it randomly? I think you just do it randomly. Alright, well. Well, when the cat's away, the mouse will play. I think we might need to wait a little bit before we actually, start exploring some of the wizard's rooms, but for now, let's go ahead and temp. Whoops. Temp. Save right there. Right, just to be on the safe side. Probably should have done that right away, but that's what happens. Well, let's look at the top floor first. Hate these stairs. Look around. You've entered the musty tower of the old wizard's house. A polished brass telescope is directed out a window. From here, Mananan spies upon the poor occupants of Ludor. Look. Floor. You see nothing on the dusty floor but a dead fly. Well, since you called it out. Take fly. You are not close enough. You pick up the dead fly and drop it into your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it. I don't want to carry around a dead fly, you think? Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. Yeah, that seems only slightly better, actually. Ooh, there is an asterisk next to it. The fly wings are remarkably beautiful for having come from such a disagreeable insect. Look. Telescope. Mananan has the brass telescope pointed out a window. It is well polished. He uses the telescope to keep tabs on the citizenry of Ludor. Look through telescope. You put your eye to the glass. Oh god, someone has put some sort of black crap on it. I don't actually know what it was. Usually like some sort of shoe polish or something? I don't know, whatever. It amazes you how near everything seems. You can even see the squirrels climbing faraway trees. No wonder the wizard knows all activities in Ludor. Out of my way, kitty. Out of my way, kitty. Kick. Cat. You're too far. Oh, good. He moved. Totally gonna kick the cat. Hey. Look. Room. That's a very pink room, actually. You look at Mananan's elegant bedchamber. You see fine furnishings from a regal bed to a beautifully carved closet. You can't help but compare this handsome room to your own meager cubicle. Wow, I can actually see myself in the mirror. Open drawer. In the vanity drawer are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy. You grab it, then close the drawer. You find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Suddenly, your eye falls on something that does, a vial labeled rose petal essence, which you eagerly take. Look. Tapestry. See, nothing special. He has the same tapestry in multiple places in this house. You must really like the 3 bars of color. Open. Wardrobe. Search. Wardrobe. You're startled to discover an ancient parchment scroll. Its ink has faded, but it seems to be a map. Taking this treasure, you leave everything else exactly as it was. Close. Wardrobe. Alrighty. So we got to be careful because we've got some stuff in our inventory that has asterisks next to it. Rose essence. The little vial of rose petal essence has a delicate, sweet aroma. The mirror. The mirror is set in a round oak frame with a long handle. You peer into it and see your rather dirty but handsome face. And magic map. The magic map's ink has faded away. So far, it isn't much help. Press F6 to teleport. Ooh. Press F8 to put the map away. And so it shall be. I said that for me putting the map away. That was a little odd. But whatever. Well, let's look in the wizard's study. Look around. Mananan is very private with his study and doesn't like you poking around. The huge oak desk is covered with his writing implements. An oak cabinet is in the corner. There is a chart on the rear wall. The bookshelves are filled with books on every subject. The wizard fancies himself to be quite a scholar. Look. Chart. The chart has no meaning to you. Open. Drawer. You open the large desk's only drawer, but you see nothing interesting. Before you're caught, you close it. Look. Desk. The massive desk is made from oak. The wizard does all his reading, writing, and calculating here. Let's see. Look. Paper? What's a paper? Search. Desk. Is it lost? Yes. Yes, it is. Look under desk. You see nothing special. I think there is something that we want to get here, but I cannot remember exactly what the command is. Well, let's search shelves. Shelves. Is it read book? How can you do that? I don't know. I thought maybe we knew how to read. Move books. You push the large book aside, revealing a metal lever attached to the back of the bookshelf. Ooh. Operate lever? What's operate? Alright, fine. Push lever. A trapdoor opens, revealing steep stone steps leading into darkness. Ooh. Well, I think we will take a look at that in the next episode. See you then, everyone.